live from Febvre Stadium on the campus of Placer High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 18th season of high school sports excellence, is proud to present Placer Hillman football. Tonight, a revival of the Highway 49 games. Your Placer Hillmen take on the Nevada Union Miners. It's opening night of the 2014 season, and all the football action begins right here, right now, on your NorCal Game of the Week. The Placer Hillmen take the field on a beautiful summer evening for this season opening game against their crosstown rivals, the Nevada Union Miners. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are in our worldwide audience. This is Matt Folsom. Alongside me, color commentators Paul Brown and Steve Sitter. Our producer and director is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and of course, the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team, Daniel Paddock, Tony Rondini, Shannon Doyle, and Kalen Martin are all here and ready to go for our first football game of the year.
That's right, Matt, and it couldn't have been a better night for football. And football is back for both communities, and no one could be more excited. We waited all summer long for football, and when everybody saw the first game was Placer, well, what better way to kick off a new season with this old rivalry, Placer at NU.
The NU Placer contest was the premier game back in the day. Today marks the first time these teams have played against each other since 1995.
That's right, Matt, and that was the year the Hillmen featured a certain junior linebacker named Joey Montoya. Joey reports it was just a heck of a game that went right down to the wire, and Dave Humphers adds that NU was not supposed to win that game. According to Mark Lee, a Placer touchdown was missed when their running back let the ball slip out of his grasp as he raced down the sidelines for what would have been the winning touchdown. Instead, the Miners recover it, and that's the game.
Lots of old memories in this contest. So tonight we try to bring back those memories and maybe create some new ones. Placer's favored, coming off several years, in fact 6 years in a row, of reaching the second round of the Sac Joaquin section playoffs, while the Miners are still in their hunt for the first W under new head coach Dennis Houlihan. Thank you for tuning in tonight on NCTV Comcast 11, Suddenlink 16, ACTV Channel 20 in Auburn, and on our Touchdown Productions Game of the Week YouTube channel. We've got the Placer Hillmen taking on the Nevada Union Miners coming up next on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our fourth location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. Magnuson's
Stadium.
Toyota
Paul Brown,
and
the Hillmen take the
Scion
field
is
tonight
celebrating
looking for a chance to win their third straight title for the first time since 1981.
Yes, Matt, and we can review last year. Last year they had a 6-6 season, which wasn't their best season overall, but it was a good enough season to get them a championship. And Coach Montoya will try desperately to improve on that record this year, knowing he won't be able to slip by with a 6-6 season. He has coming back, though, the core of his offense. We're going to see number 12, Clark Petramonico.
Good job.
Is that the way you say
That's
it?
it. You got it right.
It rolls right off the tongue, doesn't
does,
it?
yeah.
Petramonico will be calling under center, and he'll have his wide receiver, Frankie O'Neill. He'll be handing off to Austin Hess, Cole Blackwell, and Logan Markstein. Those will be the core of the offense that we'll be seeing. He loves to throw at Frankie O'Neill. O'Neill having 6 touchdowns last year, catching 12 passes for 425 yards. So Placer looks like they're in pretty good shape and has a lot of players coming back. Let's take a look quickly now at the PVL.
Well, they've got the normal cast of characters. Not much changes in the PVL this year.
Steve Sitter, look at this lineup. What do you see?
Well, I see center right there in the center of the screen. They won it all last year, but looking at Placer, Bear River, very disappointed in the season that they had last year, looking to bounce back from that. I know personally Terry Logue and Scott Savoy, both very unhappy and have big aspirations for this year. And Bear River, of course, going 5-0, and then once the season hit, only won one game, which was not at all what they were expecting, and they kind of got lulled into that by a bit of a soft preseason, and then once league hit, they found themselves completely unprepared.
And you look at Colfax, that are always tough. The SFL, probably the toughest division, the toughest league in Northern California. Paul, take a look at those teams.
It's different this year, Matt, and you know more about this, but we've added some teams, and what can you tell us about it?
Well, you got Folsom that's in there right now. You got Del Oro, Rockland, Granite Bay, Oak Ridge. Just naming those teams right there, and that's a who's who of NorCal playoff contenders. Folsom, of course, ranked number 1 in Northern California in the top 5 in the state. They come into the SFL with all their guns loaded. So it's a tough row to hoe for the NU Miners, that's for sure. Talking about the NU Miners, they're looking for the first win in quite some time.
Yeah, they're definitely looking forward. They're not looking behind them, going 0-10. And this year they've got quite a lineup and quite a lot to make up for, and I'll go over that a bit later on.
All right, we'll be back with more action here at Febvre Stadium. You're watching Touchdown Productions Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Magnuson's Toyota and Scion is celebrating 25 years serving you in the foothills. Right now, Magnuson's carries the first all-electric SUV, and they're still the home of the Toyota Tundra. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is right down the street and features the new Ram diesel truck, Jeep Wranglers, and Grand Jeep Cherokee. It's Magnuson's Auburn Toyota and Magnuson's Dodge, both in Auburn.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
Today's modern transmissions are engineering marvels, shifting up to 7 different gears while you drive. That's why when your transmission needs service, you can rely on the experience of trained technicians Jim and Marvin at Jim's Transmissions. They have decades of experience and stand ready to repair any transmission problem, from a simple diagnosis to a complete rebuild. It's Jim's Transmissions, keeping your car and truck moving down the road.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil, Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back at Febvre Stadium, we're just minutes away from the season opener between the Nevada Union Miners and the Placer Hillmen. Steve Sitter, you're just about to talk about Nevada Union and what they're bringing to the stadium tonight.
That's right. Nevada Union is definitely looking ahead with good reason. I would say in this squad, which is pretty well split between seniors and juniors, there is a lot of experience. Most of these juniors are returning from when they played as sophomores on the varsity team last year. However, last year they didn't do so hot, averaging, giving up 51 points per game, and that's really the key statistic right there. If they can keep it down to even 30, even if they don't win this game, if they can keep Placer down to about 30 points, that's definitely the building block they're looking for. And to do that, they really have to look at Andrew Schnitzes, number 87. He's going to be the linebacker who's going to be calling all the shots on defense. It's going to be up to him to stop Placer. There's a good shot of second-year coach Dennis Houlihan looking for his first win. Of course, bringing in his father as an assistant coach, Pat Houlihan. And both Placer and Nevada Union will be working out of a wing T offense. And I believe Coach Houlihan said something to the fact that they'd be playing into a mirror and that Placer really won't be throwing anything at them that they haven't seen in their own practices. That will really work to Nevada Union's advantage. Well,
Nevada Union went 0-10 last year. They are on a 13-game winless streak. They haven't won a game since September 12, 2002. So, Steve, you talk about taking little steps, trying to make a difference here and there, particularly on defense. They know the wing T, and they're going to see what the Hillmen bring out. They practice against it on a regular basis.
That's right, and Placer, especially out of that wing T, have so many tricks to pull, and they're going to try and throw Nevada Union off guard. But Nevada Union, with second-year quarterback junior Justice Spillner in the backfield, the offensive line has really bulked up in the offseason to try and get him more protection so he's not fed to the wolves like he was last year. And also running backs James Schnittness, Mo Nevis, and Travis Owens are all very, very athletic and fast runners.
Paul Brown, we just saw the savage drill between the Hillmen taking place down there. What are the Hillmen going to be doing out here tonight?
You know, quarterback number 12, Clark Petramonico, spoke briefly about two things he was very pleased about, and that is 6'6", 290-pound senior Johnny Capra and his brother, junior Jacob Capra, who goes 6'5", 265 pounds. Both of them will be blocking for him on the offensive line on the strong side. And, for example, Johnny Capra has already verbally committed to the Cal Bears for next year, and his brother is not too far behind with college offers as a junior.
The 600 pounds of Capra brothers out
Can
there.
you believe that? Yep. They're growing them big here in Placer, no doubt about it. But that just shows you the maturity of this team. We have big expectations for the Placer Hillmen this year. I really think that they are the team to beat in the PVL, hands down.
Well, you commented when they were warming up earlier, they look really big. That's a really big squad of Hillmen. I think size-wise, it's one of the bigger Hillmen squads Joey Montoya has had. But you mentioned as well the running backs. You named the guys who are going to get the bulk of the carries, but they have a huge amount of depth.
They do. They sure do. Tonight, I was hoping to see a team come out here on the field that was going to dominate the NU Miners, and from what I see already in the warm-ups, I think that's what we're going to see.
Well, and just in looking at the squad and seeing what Joey Montoya has said to open, his offensive line this year may be the strongest unit he's ever had. You mentioned the Capras. They've got a great work ethic. They're physically gifted, and they're joined by senior center Grayson Hoffman, junior Diego Lopez, Simeon Engel, and senior Jackson Tate to make up one of the better O-lines in Placer Hillman history. So you made some predictions earlier, Paul. Let's hear those.
Well, I'm not going to say that out loud here,
No.
but because I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Teams mature as the year goes on. Let's face it, every game, your players get better. They get used to each other. They get used to running an offense. That we've got juniors on this team that are starting that last year were running a different offense. You know, I'm hoping that the minors improve. Certainly, they're gonna win football games this year. Wouldn't you say, Steve?
Yes, I would. And I mean, let's not look past today. Coach Houlihan says he thinks that today's game is going to come down to the line. What happens in the trenches will decide the game, and that's a far cry from some of the other quotes he said from last year, talking about trying to build momentum, trying to look forward, building blocks. He's looking to win games this year, and that's really what Nevada Union is all about, that winning tradition.
And, you know, Dennis Houlihan is a good coach. Let's face it, a 13-loss record is not really indicative of what he is and what his program is all about. Dave Humphers, he spoiled us as a coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Over the years, Dave Humphers was excellent. He had very good teams, and he knew how to put a team together. You got to give Dennis Houlihan a break and let him have a chance to make his system work. And it looks like we just had the flip of the coin, and he's going to get the ball.
Well, the Hillmen won the toss. They elected to defer, which is pretty standard operating procedure these days. The Hillmen are going to kick off, going from right to left, north to south, and we're going to pause for our national anthem.
If everyone could please rise, remove your hats, and join us as the Time of America with the national anthem.
Dave Lawrenson and the Golden Hillman Band with another stirring rendition of the national anthem as they kick off the 2014 football season. We're here at Febvre Stadium. You're here with us for Nevada Union against Placer. A renewal of the rivalry that hasn't taken place since 1995. I'm Matt Folsom. Alongside me, Paul Brown, Steve Sitter. We're going to bring you all the action around the world on Touchdown Productions, the season opener right now.
And Matt, it's good to have you with us this season. You're coming out of the radio booth. It's going to be a little different, you doing football, but we're certainly good to have your golden voice here at Touchdown Productions. I want to thank you for coming.
It's good to be here. Thanks to Gil Dominguez for swaying me into getting over here. I'm really glad I did. This is going to be fun. It's always fun for a Hillman game. I was going to say a Hillman Nevada Union game, but I wasn't here back in those days. So
I was only 6.
You were only 6, 1995. We were 23. 23.
I was. That's exactly right.
That's right. I'm trying to think back 1995. The Hillmen, they won the toss. They're going to kick off. And doing the kicking duties.
Ooh, that's Figueroa.
That is Figueroa. Yeah, Figueroa is kicking off. 42.
Back to receive, that's number 5, Travis Owens. Owens is going to bust through. Looks like he's got some room. Makes it all the way out to the 45-yard line. Owens excites the fans on the NU side. That's the way you start a football season.
Well, Nevada Union taking the opening kickoff almost to midfield. They'll have first down in great field position. And that is, Paul Brown, the way you start off a game.
Here's the replay back. Let's see. They open it wide up. Kind of there you can see the hole. Great blocking up front. This Miner offense is geared up. First play out now, quick pass out. Looks like it's good for 5 yards.
And that's the quick wing T offense. That's Spillner to Drew Daniels. Picks up about 2 on first down, leaves second down and 8. And we're going to have to get our timing down. That wing T for both teams makes it a very, very fast game. Handoff up the middle. That looks like Owens again. Travis Owens up the middle.
Good for about 2 yards. This is not what Coach Houlihan wanted. It's a third down now and about 7.
Well, they're running into those brothers, the Capper brothers, right up the middle. So it's third down. Call it 7 yards to go. Ball right at midfield for the Miners. Just underway. Handoff is to Travis Owens.
Owens looks like he almost got the first down. This is going to be measurable. He may be off by about a foot. Let's see where they mark it.
First down saving tackle.
Here's the replay on the side. Great blocking up front. They kick out on the far right, and Owens, with a little more effort, could have got the first. It's going to leave. Oh, no, there's going to be a flag on the field. Sitter, what's up with that?
Looks like it was a hold call back in the backfield, actually.
So that's going to be a 10-yard step off from the point of the infraction. Ball now at the 40, which brings up a 3rd and 17.
We'll see if the Miners have a throwing game here, 3rd and long.
3rd and long, yes. In the defensive backfield, a strength for the Placer Hillman. In the shotgun is Spillner. And he tries to get out of, he does get out of pressure, dumps it in the flat, intended for Travis Owens, incomplete, just overthrew it. Flag down.
More laundry on the field. Maybe he was over the line.
If so, that is going to be a loss of down. Should turn it into 4th down, in addition to the yardage.
Not the starting offensive series that Coach Houlihan was looking for. They will punt the ball away.
Well, disappointing for the Miners. They got a great kickoff return to near midfield, and they're going to have to give it up. In to kick it away will be Mo Nevis. And back deep.
Looks like number 15 back deep for the.
That's Anthony Pierce.
For the Hillmen.
Kick underway. Pierce circles under it at the 25. He breaks away. He's at the 30. Looks to cut up the middle. Cuts back. Gets across the 35 to the 37, where he is brought down by Caleb Peterson.
Ryan Elkins that time I think was faked out. He thought that was a fair catch. He stopped, didn't tackle him, and then he took off.
No signal whatsoever made for the fair catch. That would have faked us out if we had seen that, not just players down there on the field.
That's just preseason for you.
So the opening drive of the season for Placer will begin at their 38. No score here, just underway. Under center, Petromonaco. And he gives it off to Austin Hess, rumbles and bumbles on the right side. Good gainer on first down. Brought down at the 44. And on the stop, Josh Melendez. 6-yard pickup on first down, 2nd down and 4 for the Hillmen. Miss on the handoff between Petromonaco. And
they're still able to fall forward and get a few yards. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
And that looked to be Cole Blackwell. A little bit of miscommunication on that.
See a replay on that quickly from field level. You'll see the miscommunication there. Again, this is preseason jitters. Every hunting hound has some jitters in the first game out, and you're seeing the first series from both teams.
So 3rd down and 2 yards to go for the Hillmen. Up the middle.
He's not going to get it. No, he does.
He does. He breaks away on 2nd effort. And he's going to get the first down for the Hillmen. The first down of the 2014 season for the Hillmen, picked up by Austin Hess up the middle. Just enough for the first down. And the flags will move.
We'll watch as the game goes on, the offensive line as opposed to the defensive line for both teams. Who is winning that battle? Too early to tell so far.
There's a flag down as it's called dead before Petromonaco can complete his pass intended for Frankie O'Neill.
I think it was a neutral zone violation. Let's see what it was.
Good call.
There's the replay on it.
Couldn't really see anything on that. So that's going to be a 5-yard step off to the south side of the field. Across midfield now are the Hillmen. And it's going to be first down, 5 yards to go from the minor 47. Handoff is to Austin Hess around the right side. Breaks free, gets across the 40 to the 35. Let's see where he gets marked out of bounds.
They're going to move the chains. Looks like he got about 7.
Nice move by Austin Hess, taking the handoff from Petromonaco around the right side. Crosses the 40. They're at the minor first down. No score, just underway. 9:10 to go in the first quarter. Back to pass. Complete to Brian Stanglin. And it's picked up on the fumble. Running with it is Travis Owens, and he returns it to the 35.
Travis Owens say, look what I found. Picks up a quick fumble, and the Miners are in business.
Wow, that was a bang-bang play. Completed the pass.
And we've lost our monitor.
But the Hillman offense making some noise there, getting across midfield. And the fumble returned into Hillman territory. They're going to start this drive at the 35. Back to pass. Justin Spillner, he completes it on the flat in front of the minor bench to about the 31-yard line. Drew Daniels on the receiving end.
Daniels pulling the ball down a little bit high, but Spillman did a good job of getting it out there quickly for a quick 4 yards.
You know, those timing patterns early in the season are important and oftentimes will result in incompletions or interceptions. So we've got second down, 7 to go. Looking up the middle. Pass is intended for Andrew Schnitzes. Complete across the 20.
And look at Schnitzes, number 87. He is one big boy.
6 foot, 200-pound junior tight end. Also plays linebacker for the Miners.
He's the kind of guy that Spillman will learn to go to in clutch situations like that. He's such a big target, you throw it high. He'll be a great weapon for the NU Miners this season.
So 1st and 10 for the Miners. Pitch from Spillner. That is just Travis Owens tries to get some room on the right side. Actually, that's Mo Nevis. My mistake on that.
And I'll tell you, Steve Sitter, if they can put one in the end zone right here in the first quarter of this game, it would be a big win for the Miners after last season's debacle.
Oh, absolutely, and it would make just a huge statement, not only for the team, but for the community that's backed up this team for so many years and decades.
So no gain on that first down toss. This time, Spillner back to pass.
There he
looks
is.
into the end zone.
He got it!
Comes down with it. That is Drew Daniels.
Big Drew pulls one down the back of the end zone. The NU Miners, and you can see the fans across the way are thrilled. First score of the season for the Miners and the first 6 points in this football game.
And the Miners take advantage of that turnover as they return deep into Hillman territory. And lining up to place the extra point, Travis Owens. Bad snap. Owens looks to throw it into the end zone and it's broken up.
There's a flag there. They held him. They're going to have that one to do over. Let's see what the call is.
So the Hillmen may bail out the Miners on this extra point.
Our monitor is back now.
So they're going to get another opportunity for this extra point. In to kick it.
I'm not sure why they're doing that, Matt. They picked up an extra yard. They've only got 1 yard to get 2 points.
And they're pulling the kicker out. There looks like they're going to try to run it in.
But you got to love Andrew Snitzis. This big tight end, it looked like a professional play. In the back of the end zone, he looked that ball in, got his 6 points, held on.
And the handoff to Travis Owens up the middle. That 2-point conversion, good for the Hillmen. And they take an 8-0 lead, taking advantage of that Hillman turnover. 7:34 to go in the first quarter. And the first blood is drawn by Nevada Union.
And if you can see over at the Hillman bench, you can see this is one elated team. They are thrilled to get that first points on the board.
Well, and they brought a lot of people here. And they are excited.
Matt, here's the replay from field level.
A quick inside handoff.
And he looks over the field. Now look, you'll see Snitzis right there in the back of the end zone. The defender has his back to him, so he doesn't know the ball's coming over his shoulder. And Snitzis picks that out of the air for 6 points.
Well, and you know, it wasn't an easy catch. There was defense there. He had to reach back. It was an awkward type of catch for him. Great grab by the junior tight end. So the State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard, 8-0, Nevada Union on top. 7:34 to go in the first quarter. As the Hillmen, who made some noise with the offense, look to get the ball back. Anthony Pierce along with Hess.
Looks like it's going to be Hess.
It is going to be Hess on the far side. Picks it up at the 10. He's got some room. Breaks away across the 30, 35, still moving ahead. And he gets the ball to the 39. Good special teams play so far by both squads.
Hess found some room there on the right side. It looked like he might have gone for a lot more. And into, I believe it was number 52. That would be
Josh Melendez. Ran into 52 of the Hillmen. Diego Lopez. All right, here's the handoff on the wing T reverse. And that is Logan Markstein with his first carry of the season. Good pickup of about 9 yards.
Wow, Markstein is quick. He is quick off the ball and quick getting to the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to say it's an 8-yard pickup on first down. 2nd down and 2 for the Hillmen. Ball spotted at their 46. They trail 8-0. Huddle breaks. This pass batted down. Petromonaco, the left-handed Petromonaco, looking out on the flat, and it's knocked down. Enzo Arata gets the big paw up there for the Miners.
I'm wondering if Arata got his paw up there or he got his head in there. Let's see what happens. He looks up there, and no, he got his hand up there. Good defensive play by Arata.
So the 3rd down now and 2. This time the handoff going nowhere, brought down in the backfield. A whole slew of Miners. Logan Markstein nowhere to go.
And Steve Sitter, did you notice them grabbing for that football? That is a well-oiled machine out there. That defense wasn't thinking about tackling. They were thinking about pulling that ball out.
Absolutely. It's funny you noticed that. I noticed that on the kick return. Even on a huge return like that, when most people's mentalities would just be, all right, just get him down here, get him down before he gets into our territory. They're going for that fumble every play.
So Frankie O'Neill in to kick it away for the Hillmen. The wide receiver, known more for his hands than his feet, in to kick it away. And back deep before the Miners, Travis Owens. And the kick's underway.
Boomer.
Bounces at the 10. Trying to make the play. Did he? No, it is a touchback. Good effort by Anthony Pierce. It was really close.
There's some moans and groans going on here on the sideline, but the official was right there on it to see his foot must have been in the end zone. So NU will take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we look at the NU offense getting ready to take take over. That's probably the most intense orange sunset I've seen in quite some time out there. 8-0, NU on top of Placer here in the fourth quarter. 5:49 to go. Fakes the toss, hands it off. Travis Owens tries the right side.
Owens only getting about one.
So 1 yard pickup on first down. They're going to give him 2 on that. It's going to be second down and 8 to go. Blackwell on the stop for the Hillmen.
Timeout on the field. It looks like it was an official's timeout. They hadn't set the ball.
Second down play. In the shotgun, bobbled by Spillner. He has to fall on it.
Fumble on the snap.
And so that's going to be a loss.
It looked like there was a definite miscommunication there as the entire line moved before the ball was snapped.
So miscommunication, first game. They don't have those things smooth in every case.
Third down and 12.
And a lot of times the snap goes awry.
So let's see if they go back to Andrew Snitsis. He has caught 2 so far and has been the bulk of the offense for the Miners.
Third down and 12 for Nevada Union. And with the carry is Mo Nevis around the left end. He's at the midfield. The 40.
Nevis is going to do the distance.
The 10, 5, touchdown, Mo Nevis. Nevada Union with their second score of the first quarter.
Mo Nevis put on the afterburners and just flat out ran the entire defensive backfield of the Placer Miners, who are saying, who is this team that showed up at our field today?
And that's the wing tee at its finest right there. Faked me out. I'm looking on the near side. Nevis comes out of the backfield around the left side.
Absolutely, and he busted out for an 82-yard touchdown run on third down.
Third down and long.
3rd and 12. And to kick the extra point. It's blocked. So the extra point, the lone negative for the Miners so far in this game.
Steve Sitter, here's your replay. Call this one.
Well, there's the fake, and then a quick outer handoff with his left hand out to Nevis, and it just flat out outruns the back at the, looks like the 35, and he was just gone. There was no way Placer was going to catch him at that point.
And we'll ask Gil Dominguez to run that replay one more time. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
You really have to focus on Spillner's left hand, otherwise you will completely miss it.
That's exactly right. And what happened was Nevis sold the play by just waiting until everybody passed him by and then saw the hole and took off.
Almost a Statue of Liberty wraparound kind of thing. It's a wraparound handoff. Nevis just stands there, waits for the ball, and then as the pursuit follows the faking ball carrier, he runs away. And this time he did it for 82 yards.
Here's the replay. Yards. We'll see it one more time. And so you watch, everybody goes left, and he stays still right here. He fakes, holds the ball, then he hands the ball in the back of Nevis. There's the wraparound. Now Nevis sells it right here. Just waits, he sells it, and now he sees daylight and he takes off. And this is nothing but skill right here. This is just pure speed. That's something.
And Nevis takes it 82 yards.
Here's your Mike Breton scoreboard. NU 14-0. Who'd have thunk before this game started, huh, Matt?
I thought it was going to be the other way around, but, you know, I've been wrong once or twice before. On the ensuing kickoff, it is returned by Austin Hess to the 15. That's where the Hillmen are going to start this drive. Back to pass is Petromonaco. He's got a receiver dropped by Frankie O'Neill. Undershot Frankie. Now some words being exchanged by O'Neill and Tenike.
And in the background, you can see a beautiful foothill sunset. There it is.
Wow.
This is one of the reasons we all live here in the foothills. Isn't that something?
That's pretty amazing. Wish I had my camera right now. That's as intense a sunset as I've seen in a long time. Second down and 10 for the Hillmen. Ball at the 15. On the delay handoff, it's Austin Hess around the right side. He's got plenty of room after getting the first down all the way to the 40. got a great block out there, but that was Austin Hess.
And as good as the run was, there was even a better hit at the end. Josh Belendez, who seems to be everywhere on the field, put the hurt on him and knocked him out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
And Austin Hess seems to be the main ball carrier so far for the Hillmen tonight.
He's shown exceptional speed.
So the pickup is good for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Hillmen at the 32. This time it's on from the right side, carrying it up the middle is Markstein. Picks up one, brought down by Enzo Arata, whose name we've called a couple times already tonight.
Yeah, between Belendez and Arata, they seem to be doing the core of the tackling.
2nd down and 9.
Markstein coming from the right side of the line, takes the handoff from Petromonaco. 2nd and 9. This time batted up in the air. Petromonaco's pass intended for Austin Hess. Nice defense by Joseph Tenite. So I don't think we've seen a completed pass by Petromonaco so far.
We have seen one, but it was immediately fumbled.
Here's a replay on that, Steve. Quick look out left, and he doesn't really get what he was looking for. He threw it to the off shoulder.
3rd down and 9. In trouble. Petromonaco has to scramble. Has some room. Will he pick up the first down? It looks like he does.
Petromonaco keeps the ball.
And let's see where they spot it. It looks like it's going to be good for the first down. Great athletic move by Clark Petromonaco.
Placer also was fortunate that he didn't get a hold in the backfield. Petromonaco took off, and there was a little bit of grabbing going on, but you know what? That's football.
1st and 10 for the Hillmen from their 43. Handoff on the end around. This time it's Markstein looking for room. Cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. Markstein goes down in the arms of Joseph Tenite. You know, Paul, we talked about who's going to win the battle of the lines. It looks so far like the D line for the Miners is winning this one.
I agree with you there. Here's the replay. Nice evasion of the tackler there, and then full gang tackling by the Miners.
2nd down and 11. We're back to live action, and going down in the arms of Josh Belendez is Clark Petromonaco.
Belendez is a monster, man, coming around the outside and putting the hurt.
Belendez a 5'9", 220 senior. And you know, Steve Sitter, you talked about the defense really needed to step up to break out of this 13-game losing streak.
Yeah, absolutely. And their line, as well as getting bigger physically in the offseason, it looks like they have gotten tons faster.
3rd and 19 for the Hillmen. Back to pass. In trouble is Petromonaco. Steps up. Has a receiver, but overthrows him. Intended for Brian Stangley.
And Petromonaco did everything he could to keep from being a Miner sandwich back there. Keeping presence of mind to even throw the football. I'm surprised he got it away.
And the offensive line for the Hillmen being beaten badly by the D-line of the Miners so far in this game. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. 14-0, Miners on top. Frankie O'Neill in to kick it away. Nice kick. It's going to hit at the 27, bounces. Will it go into the end zone again? Not if. No, it's going to be down at the 5. And that looked like Ryan Houston down there to knock it down. 65-yard punt.
To go along with his 54-yard punt the previous possession.
And that's a pretty nice average for 2 kicks.
Well, now let's see if the Miners can come up with some ground game. They're going to need to get themselves out of the hole and get away from this 5-yard line.
Well, they had a ground game last drive, 82-yard pickup for a touchdown by Mo Nevis. They're going to need a gain like that right now. 1st and 10. The handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go this time.
Nevis up the middle.
That's Nevis up the middle.
Initial contact made by number 51, Nathan Rose.
First on the scene, Nathan Rose for the Hillmen.
Play.
Pickup of 2 on first down. It's going to be second 8. Ball spotted at the minor 7.
See a big number 72, Nick McFall in there. He is a senior, 6'3", 334 pounds.
That's pretty big.
That's a big boy.
A lot of big boys out there today. Up the middle, making a move is Travis Owens, and that is going to be good for another minor first down.
Another good deception. One thing the Miners have going for them, Matt, they seem to be very good as far as handing the ball off. They know that offense and very deceptive in their blocking and in their running.
Owens and Nevis, both seniors, so they've got some experience. They know what to do when they get that rock back there. Back to pass, rolling out is Spillner. He looks up the middle. He's got a receiver. It's complete. Going to be another first down. James Schnitzis, the brother of Andrew Schnitzis, on the receiving end. So you got a couple sets of brothers. You got the Capras for the Hillmen. You got the Schnitzis brothers for Nevada Union.
And the hear you say Schnitzis brothers 5 times.
Schnitzis brothers, Schnitzis brothers.
No, stop.
Hey. First down and 10. With the toss around the right end, Travis Owens. And he's going to pick up 5 before he's knocked out of bounds. Ryan Houston along with Brian Stanglin knocking him out of bounds, but a nice game. 5-yard pickup on first down.
Watch Houston come over here and make this stop. This is just called sheer hustle. Looks like he's made the corner, but Houston right here comes out of nowhere from his defensive back position, wraps around and makes a great tackle.
So here we go, 2nd down 6, 4-yard pickup, and that play is going to be whistled dead. Looked like there was some movement.
It's going to go against the Miners, it looks like. Don't forget to tune in each week. YouTube, Touchdown Productions, Game of the Week. You can also see us on Comcast Channel 11, Sudden Link Channel 16. And everybody can enjoy the Wave broadband at ACTV Channel 20 as well. So find us one way, find us another, but make sure you find us.
Make sure you find us. We appreciate you tuning in for the season opener, Nevada Union and the Hillmen at the end of the first quarter. The score, maybe surprisingly, maybe not, 14-0, Nevada Union on top of Placer. You're listening, you're watching Touchdown Productions Game of the Week.
And we'll stay here on the field. Here's our Mike Bratton State Farm scoreboard, 14-0. And Steve Sitter, are you as surprised as I am?
I am mildly surprised. I knew Nevada Union was going to come out very hard, especially on the line. The line has definitely held up to and exceeded all of my expectations, and certainly all of Placer's expectations by the way they're playing.
Well, I have a feeling that 0-10 was not a good feeling to end the season. And the Miners taking advantage of a Hillman turnover early in the first quarter. And then that 82-yard pickup by Mo Nevis.
And we have a first quarter score from Bear River.
Bear
River leading 7-0 over at Bear River High School.
97-yard drive.
Wow.
Offense is in good shape here so far in the foothills. Here it's 14-0. Second quarter about to begin. The squads switch sides. In motion is Andrew Schnitz as he lines up now on the left. Handoff is up the middle. Looks like Nevis looking for yardage, picks up about 3.
He's saying there's a loose ball. Let's see what's happening with that. Placer's going to pick it up. Schnitz has lost the ball at the line of scrimmage, Matt. And Looks like Placer's going to be in great field position here.
Well, that's what the Hillmen need, trailing 14-0. They get a turnover of their own deep in enemy territory. It's going to be spotted at the 31. We're just underway in the second quarter, and what a great way to start off the new quarter with new life. Clark Petromonaco in at quarterback. A host of running backs. He hands it up the middle. And that is Cole Blackwell, the big bruiser up the middle.
Here's a replay of the fumble. I'm not sure we'll be able to see anything. It all went on once the defender hit the ball carrier. It's kind of in the pile, but somewhere right in there, they're pushing, they're pulling, they're trying to get that ball loose. Then he tries for second effort, and I think that's where he lost the football right there.
Yeah, and that second effort as he crosses what looked to be the 30-yard line. Gives up the ball, and of course those defensive players are trained to try to swipe that ball away, swat at it. Blackwell picked up a couple on first down, 2nd down and 8. This is on the end around. Comes Austin Hess looking for room. Cannot get out of the grasp of Josh Belendez. Hess did not get the block he needed to turn that corner.
And I'll tell you, is Belendez quick or what? He's out. He's the middle linebacker, and he's out there beyond the hash mark to make that tackle. He's clearly the best defender on the field for the Miners.
So a play that had some yardage as a potential only goes for 1 yard. It's going to be 3rd down. They're going to say 3rd down and 8 here in the scoreboard. So we're going to call it 3rd down and 8 for the Hillmen. Back to pass. Petromonaco can't find a receiver, and he goes down. And look who that is.
Hello. Belendez, Josh Belendez. He is mopping the floor up with these Placer Hillmen. They don't know what to do with him, and they certainly don't know how to block him.
Well, Steve Sitter, you said that defense needed to do a job in order to get back on the W side. And that wasn't just Belendez. That was the defensive backs who really made that a tough go for Petromonaco.
So a 3 and out is a result of that fumble, and the Miners are going to get the ball back.
Frankie O'Neill to kick it away. The snap back, bounces in front of O'Neill. Nice grab. He's going to try to angle it. And is picked up at the 1.
Wow.
Travis Owens trying to make something happen. Picks it up at the 1. It would have gone into the end zone more than likely. So it cost him maybe 14, 15 yards. But hey, this is the first game of the season. Sometimes you take those chances, especially on your speedy like Travis Owens.
And Travis is also an accomplished shortstop on the NU team, so you can see some of that right there. Watch him. This is risky, but he adds an extra 5-6 yards maybe to the field position the Miners have, not in quite such a deep hole.
So 1st and 10 for the Miners. Looking to the right side is Spillner. Pass is complete to his #1 target, Andrew Schnitzes. And 5 yards on first down, 2nd down and 5. That's actually Drew Daniels on the receiving end. Drew Daniels has a couple receptions so far in this game.
NU has shown that they have a wide variety of offensive weapons.
And Spillner looks good. Has a good command. Hands it up the middle. And I'm not sure where the ball is. Was that wraparound again?
It was. But there's a flag down the field.
Owens with the carry, but it's probably going to come back.
Looked like there was movement on the offensive line. Let's see what they call. Although Placer looks like they're backing up. No, it's against NU.
So movement against the Miner offense. Going to step it back 5 yards. Wipes out that nice gain by Owens.
That's Nevada Union's 5th penalty for 25 yards.
No. And they're up 14-0 with 8:41 to go in the second. So the 5-yard step off is going to take it back to where this drive started. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. You know, the thing about the wing tee, it not only fakes out the defensive players, it fakes out the announcers here. So bear with us as we get used to these offenses. Spillner drops straight back. He's got a receiver on the right side, complete for probably another 5 yards.
Boy, Spillner's got a nice, accurate arm. It's not, I don't think he's a long thrower, but he's very, very accurate inside of 20 yards. At least that's what he's shown us tonight.
Isaac Rodriguez out of the backfield, listed as a running back, 5'5", 150, making the grab. So the 4-yard pickup on a second down. 3rd down and 6, and this is where you might see one of the Schnitzes brothers in action. Bear River on top 7-0 at the end of 1. Back to pass, Spillner, he's under pressure, gets it away, incomplete.
Good presence of mind getting rid of that football. He could see the defender bearing down on him, and there was nothing good going to happen, so he dumped it off the sideline.
Saw James Schnitzes out there in the flat on the right side in front of the Miner bench, but could not get it out to him. Too much pressure, and the Miners are going to kick it away.
And that is Justice's first incomplete pass of the game. He was 7 for 7.
Owens kicking it away. Has to be a shortstop again. This time it's fielded at the 42-yard line. Looking for room is Anthony Pierce. Gets it to the Miner 30, and once again the Hillmen in good field position for a drive.
So let's see if they can improve on that 3-and-out from the last time they had the football in their hands.
Recovered the fumble, went literally nowhere. Gave it up.
The Hillmen really haven't found anything that's working consistently. They've had a few good plays, but their passing game has been just so-so.
Yeah, they haven't put a lot of good plays back to back. Let's see if they can do that here. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. No, on the wraparound. That's Austin Hess. He's got room. Crosses the 10. Fake me out once again.
Well, if you live with the wraparound, you die with the wraparound. Both teams can't stop it.
And we can't see it. Wow, and giving the Miners a taste of their own medicine on the wraparound.
And listen, we've got to give credit to Drew Daniels for making a fine stop. It would have been a score.
It would have been.
He got a great tackle there inside.
1st and goal from the 9. Unable to get out of the hands of the Miner defender. It's Melendez again. Clark Petromonaco is going to lose yardage. So a 1st and goal from the 9 is now going to be a 2nd and goal from the 11. Melendez, defensive player of the game so far for these Miners.
We are so too close.
And do we have a new quarterback in there?
We do.
Marcus Ante is now in a quarterback. Something must have happened to Petromonaco on that last play. Lower, yeah, now he's talking to Joey Montoya. He's going to go back in. Offside penalty against Nevada Union is going to take it 5 yards closer.
You know, and that's just a silly, bad penalty on the Nevada Union Miners. They had a new quarterback in there. They had him backed up 11 yards, and then they give up 5.
So what's that, the 6th penalty now on the Miners?
6th penalty for 30 yards plus 1 loss of downs.
And this one really hurts as it takes it to the 6-yard line.
Well, Ante is out there again, and Petromonaco is on the sidelines.
So Marcus Ante under center, hands it up the middle. Trying to get into the end zone is Cole Blackwell, but he stopped short.
Boy, Blackwell is a load, isn't he?
He is.
They've got a back that can shove it in there from 2 yards with Blackwell. Just give him a little bit of a crease.
And now we see Petromonaco back in the huddle at QB for the Hillmen. 3rd and goal from the 2, up the middle, and the play is whistled dead.
It's going to be on the Hillmen.
And a lot of times the Hillmen will get up to the line so quickly and snap that ball so quickly they're not in sync time-wise.
Well, this is a foot shooting if I've ever seen one right there. They were about ready to score. Now we're back to 3rd down, and it's going to be 3rd and 7.
So 3rd and goal from the 7 instead of 3rd and goal from the 2. You don't like those odds. Petromonaco stays in at QB. Behind him is Blackwell. The handoff on the end around is to Hess. Hess holds onto the ball. No, he does not. It actually squirts free, but we'll see if it was blown dead. Who's that man making the first stop?
Josh Melendez again. And it seems like he is so good at anticipating these plays, he's just blowing the play up before it can even get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's got to be a guy, you know, he sees the wing tee every day. He really pays attention to what goes on out there. He's not just making tackles. He's looking at formations and tendencies, and he knows what to do. You say he knows almost ahead of time what's going to happen. And we're going to have a timeout.
Montoya is going to try it because he's going to go for it on 4th down, I think. He's going to talk to the team about it. I don't think he's willing to take the 3 points. I think he wants the 7.
So here at Febvre Stadium, it's 14-0. Nevada Union with 2 first-quarter touchdowns on top of the Hillmen. 5:44 to go in the 2nd quarter. The Hillmen have had good field position almost the entire 2nd quarter, but have been unable to do anything. This is the closest they've really gotten.
So big first game decision here for Coach Joey Montoya. Does he go for it or leave his defense on the field with a full field behind him? I think he's going to gamble this time. It's preseason. He needs some momentum. I think he's going to go for it.
Well, this is, I think, historically, when you'd see something on the end around. Markstein just came out. You got Frankie O'Neill on the far side. So you got 4th down and 4. 4th and goal from the 4. Montoya's already called the play during the timeout. Petromonaco under center. He looks into the flat. He's got a receiver out there, but it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be incomplete.
He's just not getting enough time to throw, Matt. That's all there is to it. That offensive line is not giving him 2-3 seconds. He needs to let that play develop. And the defensive line of the Nevada Union Miners is dominating this ball game right now. That's all you can say about it.
Petromonaco had Owen Scott in the left side of the end zone. And another incomplete pass for Petromonaco.
He just didn't have time to stand there and wait for his receiver to complete the pattern and hit the receiver.
Miners take over on downs with the carry up the middle. Big Mo Nevis. And he gets to about the 7-yard line. So let's say 4 yards on first down. 2nd down and 6. Dan Wilson in the PA booth tonight, taking over for the retired Bob Burgess. Handoff up the middle once again. And is that Nevis once again? It is.
Yes, across the 13-yard line.
And he takes it to the 13.
I think Coach Houlihan would be thrilled to run this clock out, establish a drive. He'd love to score, but if he could go to the locker room up 14 zip, it's a win for the Miners.
Nevis on 2 straight carries, picks up the yardage, moves the chains. 1st and 10 for the Miners. This one up the middle once again. Nieves, he breaks free. He's at the 30, 35, 40. He's at almost gets to midfield. A touchdown saving tackle, I have to believe, by Michael Downett.
He was gaining momentum, and I'll tell you, with every stride, he was getting faster. I thought he was history, and we're lucky to see that shoestring tackle by Michael Downett.
And Nieves takes it to the Miner 47. Had an 82-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Stats are getting padded now. This one on the end around to Travis Owens. Owens runs out of bounds under pressure. Knocked out of bounds by Austin Hess. Well, escorted out of bounds by Austin Hess.
Let's look at this replay, Steve Sitter.
Well, you see, Nevada Union's been running so many fake plays that just the direct handoff seems to be confusing Placer is now at no one's really sure where to go and who to tackle. So that leaves the middle wide open as everyone's just kind of stuck in place. See, he breaks out through the middle, makes it out to the end, and luckily for Placer, they had 3 defensive backs who were able to catch Nieves. Otherwise, he just would have kept running.
And this time it's on the run, trying to get some yardage on the left side is Nieves. Second down carry. Stanglin brings him down.
There's a flag down on the field, though.
I think it could be a face mask. Let's see what they're calling here.
Nieves got it close to the down marker. It's probably going to be just a little bit short, and they're going to waive off the penalty.
Good for them. I think that shows maturity in an officiating group if they pick it up. Let's just say that we were wrong.
And that's a good sign for the first game of the season.
I agree.
So the play stands. It's going to be 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 44. Nevada Union looking to keep those chains moving. Pass incomplete, intended for Daniels.
Wow, Spillner, that was a dangerous pass, Steve. He looked right at that receiver, and there was defenders right in the way.
And he never set his feet either. He threw completely off balance. In fact, he was on the ground at the end of that play, and I didn't see a Hillman in his face. I don't know why he rushed that throw.
Didn't have to. Certainly did not have to. He had plenty of time.
Looks like Nevada Union's going for it here, 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Ball at the 44. Big play for both sides right now. The Hillmen need a stop. Nevada Union wants to keep it going. Nieves up the middle. He's got the first down.
Nieves up the middle.
Nothing fancy there. You talked about the direct handoff. Nieves with a couple more. Probably 4 yards on that carry.
And that's just getting in behind your big offensive line and getting it done here for a couple of yards. He was running behind big number 79, Matt Gross. He's a senior, 6'2", 250.
1st and 10. Looking to pass is Spillner. Not looking to catch is Travis Owens. He never looked up.
He was lucky he didn't get that ball stuck in his ear hole because he wasn't looking anywhere near it.
And after completing his first 7 passes, Spillner's missed a few. He missed 3 in a row. And they haven't even been close. That one, he had a receiver out there. They just don't know if that's a receiver not being where he needed to be or a quarterback throwing it where the receiver is not supposed to be. Back to pass this time, plenty of time. Going back to the opposite side, complete to Owens. Owens up the left side, flag down. Still on his feet, twists and turns.
I think this might be a block to the back.
It is. Good call, Steve.
And it negates a great run by Owens. Basically all by himself picked up that 15 yards. We're getting news from Bear River, 14-8 now, still in the 2nd quarter. We'll keep. There's a touchdown lean up from Epps, we're told, by Gil Dominguez in the truck. Thank you, Gil.
He's got his ear all across the foothills, getting all these scores for us. So that's a big penalty.
15 yards.
15 yards from the point of the foul. Ball now back in minor territory. Up the middle, no, keeping it on the reverse. Travis Owens, 50, 40, 35, dragged down at the 32.
They just can't stop that wraparound play. They're just not seeing it, they're not looking for it, and they cannot defend it. That's the 3rd or 4th times by both teams that we've seen the same play working again and again.
So the fake handoff, the entire team moved to one side. The handoff goes to the opposite.
Here's the replay, Matt.
And you can see right there, everybody freezes, and Owens taking it, the handoff in the middle, has all kinds of daylight on the right side.
He's a great runner in the open field, too. Look at him. He's got great moves and good speed.
Nice tackle by Owen Scott. He would have gotten a few more.
And that also brings up 3rd down.
Big gainer right there. Makes it 3rd and 1 after, what was that, 3rd and
just about
30?
Just about 30.
And Coach Houlihan is wisely going to burn one of his timeouts now. He knows how important this is. If they can get in the end zone and go into the house at 21-0, with the kind of offense that Placer's putting on, this game could be over.
And you see on the State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard the score 14-0. Nevada Union with 2 first-quarter touchdowns in the lead over the Hillmen. 2:56 to go. And, Paul, you talked about the importance of gaining that momentum going into halftime. The Hillmen are going to get the ball to start the second half. Who knows what Joey Montoya is going to do with them at halftime. They're going to come out fired up. A 3-touchdown lead is going to be mighty important.
Well, they've got to find some kind of offense. At halftime, we'll have Steve Sitter run down the stats from both teams, but so far, the Hillmen's offense has been dismal.
And we've talked numerous times about the whoever wins the battle at the line of scrimmage is going to come out on top, or at least have a good chance to win. Both sides, Nevada Union has triumphed offensively and defensively. So big third down for Nevada Union. 3rd down and 2. And taking the ball around the right side, Travis Owens.
Owens around the right side.
And he's going to have the first down easily.
Knocked out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds, stopping the clock at 2:49 to the half. Coach Houlihan is licking his chops here. He's looking for a score before halftime.
Ball now at the 26-yard line. 2:49, as Paul said, remaining in this opening half. NU on top, 14-0. Spillner in the shotgun, hands it up the middle. Nieves looking for room. He's got it. Across the 15, should be good for a first down. Looked like a pinball bouncing around in the middle of the field.
Once again, running behind big Matt Gross here on the right side. Gross is clearly the dominant lineman, and they feel like they can run behind him anytime they want. You know, Matt, I don't know what kind of kicking game they have, but this comes down to a field goal. All we've seen so far is that blocked extra point. I don't know if they have a kicker that can make a field goal.
I wouldn't be confident in that. This time Nieves with the carry up the middle again. Ball on the ground?
Oh, no. That's the last thing the Miners were looking for. They coughed the football here. First down, staring into the end zone, and they cough one up. The Hillmen are going to take over on about the 15-yard line.
And Nieves just wanting really to hang on to the ball. Possession is important with 2:34 to go. Hillman 1st and 10. Petromonaco nowhere to go, goes down in the arms of Josh Belendez.
Belendez is just an animal back there. We got to see a replay if we've got one. I'm going to ask Gil in the truck to see if he can light that one back up again. Belendez just comes through, swats players aside like they're not even there. Here it is. Now watch this. And he sticks his helmet right in the numbers. Now watch Belendez. Here he comes. Throws the defender away and pummels.
Well, nobody blocked him.
And what there wasn't from him, he just kind of scooped aside.
Yeah, Johnny Capra was the assignment and just blew right by him.
So it's the ball up the middle. You know, I'm looking to the right, I'm looking to the left. I don't see where the ball is. You know, that's the great thing about the Hillmen. They carry out their fakes so well. You oftentimes do not know where the ball is. That one went up the middle.
I got to think that Joey Montoya right now is just going to let this clock run. He's going to be thrilled just to get into the clubhouse now, 14-zip.
Well, and you know, a couple turnovers really saving the hide of the Hillmen here in the game. Let's look at this sack again. Capra's going to miss that block. Doesn't even get a finger on him. The top defensive player for the Miners so far in this game doesn't get a block. And Petromonaco goes down with the sack.
And that's going to leave a scar. There's your Mike Bratton State Farm scoreboard. Not much scoring here in the second quarter. NU getting it all done in the first, but it's been a very interesting football game. We'll have reviews for you at halftime by Steve Sitter, who will talk about the statistics, but it's been pretty much a one-way battle, like Matt was saying. It's the offensive and defensive lines dominating this game so far for NU.
Smith to Dave Mazzarella for another Bear River TD. And Smith to carry for 2. And we've got a 22-8 Bear River advantage there in the first half.
And you know, if you follow the Auburn Journal, they're talking Bear River this year, Steve Sitter. We'll talk about them. Bear River is going to be a powerhouse in the PVL. And these Placer Hillmen, they're going to be looking over their shoulder at that game that we'll be covering here. Touchdown Productions will bring you, I'm sure, this season, that great football game.
So coming out of the timeout, the Hillmen facing a 3rd down and 15. Still plenty of time if NU gets the ball back in good field position to make some damage here before the end of the first half. 14-0. And keeping it going up the middle. Austin Hess, nowhere to go. Didn't gain a yard. It's going to be 4th down 15.
And you're right, Matt. They're going to get the ball back in some reasonable field position. They may have a chance to score yet.
And Nevada Union burns a timeout to get that ball back in good field position. NU on the Mike Bratton scoreboard, you see, with 14 first quarter points. Couldn't have been a better way for a team to open, particularly one that was 0-10 last year, riding a 13-game losing streak in hostile territory. They get an early turnover, turn that into 7, and then get a great run from Mo Nieves, an 82-yarder. Great opening. And they're looking to do some more damage here in the second quarter before the break. 1:04 to go. Frankie O'Neal is going to stand in the shadow of his own end zone to get this one away.
And you know NU's going to be bringing it. They're going to be looking for where Berlindez is. He's going to come right up the middle. Let's see if they can block this.
And the dangerous Travis Owens stands just inside Hillman territory awaiting the kick. He's going to get it. Calls for a fair catch. Had lots of room.
That'll make a coach pull his hair out. He could have easily gotten 5 yards before he got to the first offender.
At least. Well, he'll look back in the film and say, you know,
next time.
Next time.
Next time.
First game. 22-15, Bear River on top. It's a recent update. So we got less than a minute, 58 seconds to go. 14-0.
NU still with 1 timeout.
NU still has that 1 timeout. That could really play into this if they get some big yardage here on this first down. Faking the handoff, Spillner, he's looking deep, goes down in the backfield. No, stays on his feet, but they whistle him dead. Great defense. First time we've seen Spillner in trouble in this game.
Yeah, the Hillmen putting a little of the same medicine back on the Miners that time. That play took a long time to develop, Matt. He needed a little more time. We're going to have, they're calling the play quickly. At the line of scrimmage, it's a snap. They're going to throw this out of the bounds, up in the air, intercepted by.
Wow.
A lot has gone on.
And that one's picked off by Owen Scott. Nobody really ready for that snap. I think only one person on the field was ready for that snap, and that's the center for Nevada Union. Spillner picked it up in the backfield, fired a pass that was high, went up in the air, and coming down with it is Owen Scott.
This is craziness. Now the Hillmen have the ball again, and they could possibly score with 24 seconds left.
And they've got a timeout left. 1st and 10 from the 40. Petromonaco.
There's the wraparound, and that goes nowhere.
You know, you can only do that so many times. At least in a half.
And I think they're going to let the clock burn down. It's 11 seconds, 10. I think they're going to head for the house.
And that's the end of half number 1 here in the opening game. Nevada Union on top of Placer, 14-0. And we're going to come back. You're watching the Touchdown Productions NorCal Game of the Week, Nevada Union and Placer.
We're back here at Febvre Stadium watching the teams go off the field. As Matt was saying, 14 for the Nevada Union Miners, 0 for the Placer Hillman. And there's your State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard. We'll see the accomplished Placer band come on the field as we go into halftime.
And we'll have that Golden Hillman band for you after this commercial break. You're watching the NorCal Game of the Week on Touchdown Productions.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Here at Febvre Stadium at halftime with Nevada Union up 14-0 over Placer. Let's take a look at the Golden Hillman Band under the directorship of Dave Lawrenson.
Please welcome the Placer Red Star drum line. The drum line is coached by Mr. Mark Lethbridge. The drum line is performing theme written by Mr. Lethbridge, Montoya, Del Fuego. Please welcome the Placer cheerleaders. The cheerleaders are coached by Mrs. Kaya assistant coach is Mrs. Carrie Minow. The 2014-2015 varsity captains are Emily Turner and Logan McCordy. The cheerleaders will be performing the great classic Twist and Shout. Hillmen students, parents, and alumni, please stand and join the Golden Hillman Marching Band and cheerleaders as they perform the Placer Fight Song. Ladies and gentlemen, the Placer High School cheerleaders and Golden Hillman Marching Band.
And Steve, we're going to come right back, and we'll pick up with those stats. A lot of interesting things going on. 14-0 halftime. Nevada Union on top. We're going to send it back to the truck. Touchdown Productions, NorCal Game of the Week.
Magnuson's Toyota and Scion is celebrating 25 years serving you in the foothills. Right now, Magnuson's carries the first all-electric SUV, and they're still the home of the Toyota Tundra. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is right down the street and features the new Ram diesel truck, Jeep Wranglers, and Grand Jeep Cherokee. It's Magnuson's Auburn Toyota and Magnuson's Dodge, both in Auburn.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Today's modern transmissions are engineering marvels, shifting up to 7 different gears while you drive. That's why when your transmission needs service, you can rely on the experience of trained technicians Jim and Marvin at Jim's Transmissions. They have decades of experience and stand ready to repair any transmission problem, from a simple diagnosis to a complete rebuild. It's Jim's Transmissions, keeping your car and truck moving down the road.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's get back to those very interesting numbers on that paper.
Yeah, well, we just ran down the running statistics. I have never seen these passing statistics. Placer is averaging negative 11 yards per completion because of NU's 4 sacks. They have pushed Placer back 22 yards in the passing game with only 2 completed passes.
Wow.
For a total, those completed passes come out to 1 yard. So those 4 sacks have been huge. Nevada Union, after Spillner got out 7 for 7, he went 0 for 5. So he's 7 for 12, still 58%, averaging almost 7 yards per completion. But really, that's not their offense. It was in the first quarter, but they completely shifted gears and went straight to the running game, and that was their bread and butter. NU 2 for 5 on third down conversions and 1 for 1 on a fourth down conversion. Placer 2 for 6 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down, but that didn't really come out to anything. Nevada Union with no turnovers in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter, 2 fumbles and an interception that happened at the end of the half, and that was just a broken play that went from bad to worse. Placer with their 1 fumble, 1 turnover on downs, and the sacks. Placer with 1 huge sack towards the end of that half, but Nevada Union's been putting pressure on Placer. Petromonaco just really has nowhere to go and not enough time to even throw it away. He's stuck in the pocket, and the receivers haven't even turned around yet. Nevada Union on defense has just played amazingly. The trench warfare going on, Nevada Union is winning it both on offense and on defense. If they can keep that up, it'll be their game all night. Placer will be lucky to get in field goal range again.
Well, you were very prophetic in your pregame talk about the defense needing to step up, and I think one name has really led that charge, and that's Josh Belendez, Paul Brown.
No doubt about it. Josh is clearly the best player on the field in both directions. He is the impact player that's blowing these plays up before they even get started. And I think you made a good point, Matt, earlier, that because he practices with his team that runs the same offense, the wing T offense, I think he sees some tells. I think he's seeing where that play is going before it really gets set up, and maybe he won't be quite this good against another offense that he hasn't seen every day. But still, this guy is some kind of big-time player. At 220 pounds, 5'9". If you're a college coach, be taking a look this direction. It's early in the season, but still, this guy can play.
Great anticipation, great tackling skills, knows how to close very quickly. Offensively for the Miners, Travis Owens and Mo Nieves have been all they were cracked up to be. We talked about them being the go-to guys with the ball. Nieves had that 82-yard run. I don't know what his statistics were for the first half, but they had to. I think he had an 82-yard run, had a 30-yard run, had to have about 150 yards in that first half.
You would think he'd have at least that much, and yeah, he's the workhorse on the offensive side, at least at carrying the football. Early on, Andrew Schnitzes, sorry about that, Andrew. made that great catch in the back of the end zone. And, you know, when you look back at the first half, that may have been the play that really got the momentum going for the first time in 10 games for the NU Miners. He got a great pass in the back of the end zone. They scored their first touchdown. They've scored in a long time in a number of games, and showed themselves that they're something to be contended with here in 2014.
Well, and I think their offensive prowess in that first quarter translated to the defense. They were able to feed off that energy, feed off that momentum, and you saw the defensive line and guys like Melendez being able to really dictate what was happening with that Placer offense.
And if I could even bring it back further, let's talk about the opening kickoff. That return to essentially midfield was huge and really showed that Nevada Union was here to get, first of all, to get great field position, and then just drive, misdirection, get in the end zone.
You could feel that energy based on that opening kickoff return. It just really resonated in this field that the guys in blue and gold meant business. You know, we've mentioned 0-10 I don't know how many times. That was 2013. They're 0-0 coming into this game right now. And going 1-0 with a victory over Placer at their stadium. Wow, what a springboard to a great, successful 2014, especially when they have to enter into SFL play against the likes of Folsom and Oak Ridge and Granite Bay.
Yeah, there's a conversation that everybody has about whether NU really belongs in the SFL, and I think this season will go a long way in deciding where they actually will play and what league they will play in. But with that said, they're facing a team that everybody thought they were going to lose. They thought Placer may very well blow them out by 3 touchdowns. In fact,
I said 4.
You made that. Yeah,
I said 4 touchdowns, and you know what do I know?
I got to tell you, I don't know how this game's going to come out, but that isn't going to happen. This team came to play, and they got some players on the field that can play football. And we're going to see some big things this year out of NU.
Well, we saw the Hillmen last year make a season-ending run. These guys know how to play. At least last year's team knew how to play from behind. So you never know what Joey Montoya has up his sleeve. Steve, what do they have to do? What does Placer have to do? They get the opening kickoff.
Placer has to start out strong. They really have to start out strong, get good field position, which they really have. I mean, they've started out in Nevada Union territory in 3 out of their 7 possessions. You can't ask for anything better than that. They just have not been able to get farther in. They're starting out great. They're getting decent yards on the run, but every time Petromonaco drops back to pass, he's got 2 linemen and a linebacker in his face, and he can't get set, can't find the receiver he wants to hit.
Well, and you talked about the -11 passing statistic. That's really hard to overcome, and they're going to have to rely, based on the first half, they're going to have to rely on the running game to get back into this game. But they're going to receive the second half kickoff, winning the toss, and that could make all the difference, getting some momentum. Here's the kickoff. It's short, as Pete DeFore called it, a pooch kick. And going up the middle, looking for some blockers. That's Logan Markstein. And Markstein gets a good return past the 35.
Fumble on the play, but he is ruled down.
And
at the 37-yard line.
The Hillmen are going to start the second half, trailing 14-0. At the 37-yard line, needing to put some first downs back-to-back, move those chains, and make some impact offensively. And back to pass is Petromonaco. He's going to go deep. Frankie O'Neill, the intended receiver, but it's picked off. Drew Daniels coming down with it. Underthrown, hit up in the air by Frankie O'Neill. Joey Montoya going for a momentum changer right there.
He decided to go for the long ball right off the get-go. First play of the second half, and it was an ill-advised pass. He threw it right into coverage, and that ball was tipped up in the air and then came down in the hands of the defender. NU will take over.
Yeah, it's like you said, Paul. That was a great play call, but a poor pass.
Frankie O'Neill, all kinds of speed, just could not get under it. Now on the other side, Justice Spillner looks downfield, and that one's almost picked off. Marcus Ante over there, the closest receiver for either team, and it's incomplete. First down incompletion, second down and 10.
Pass intended for number 20, Isaac Rodriguez. Second down and 10.
Maybe the smallest guy on the field, Isaac Rodriguez, getting some action. 5'5", 150. Just underway in the second half, 14-0. Nevada Union on top of Placer. In the shotgun, this time it goes to Travis Owens around the right side. He's got breakaway speed, and he's dragged down, literally.
Travis Owens has got himself some wheels on him. He gets a little bit of open field. He and Nevis both can break away once they get past that line of scrimmage. Here it comes the replay, and we'll see some good deception. But once he gets himself a lane, really can let it fly.
Michael Downen, a touchdown-saving tackle on that one. 1st and 10, chains move. Ball at the NU 40. In the shotgun, Spillner hands it off to Nieves up the middle. Nowhere to go. Met by Brian Stangland. And we talked about the importance of winning that line of scrimmage. NU had full control of that line of scrimmage in the first half. Placer needs to step it up in the second half to get back in this one.
Second down and 9.
Short gain, second down and 9 for NU. Relying almost entirely on the shotgun. Hand off to Owens around the right side. Has room again. Big gainer across the 40.
Owens really likes to run that sideline, doesn't he? It looks like he's about ready to step out, but he just keeps going.
And Marcus Ante for the Hillmen kept him from getting even more yardage. He has the ability to turn that corner really fast.
First down, Miners.
Here's a replay now, and you can see, watch them seal on the right side there, and there's nothing but white jerseys out there. Great block to break him free.
Spillner hands it off up the middle, Nieves.
Nieves up the middle.
Another big gainer. We talked about them picking up 10 yards per carry in the first half. And they're probably increasing that a little bit here in the second.
Yeah, with these 4 carries, that'll bump it up to probably about 12.
About 12. Any coach would love that. 5-yard pickup on first down. Second down and 5. Out of the shotgun, Spillner hands it to Nieves up the middle. And he's got good yardage. And he's going to have another NU first down. The chains just keep moving. We're watching them bang, bang, bang.
Here's a replay on that. You know, the Placer Hillmen really have nothing going on in the middle. Their linebackers are being completely taken out. Look at him. He's on the ground on his back. That's number 51 that has just been pummeled. That's Rose, Nathan Rose, and that lane is wide open inside for the Miners.
1st and 10, again around the right side. Owens looking for room. And he's going to pick up a couple. Crosses the 20. Brought down by Ryan Gray.
Tackled by Gray and Nathan Rose.
About 4 yards on first down.
And this is the kind of drive that NU was hoping for. Let's just burn some clock. Let's just march down the field. We'll put one in the end zone.
Right about now, they're going to try a pass. You watch. Nope. They're going to do it around, coming out of the right side of the line. Tyler Gums with a nice stop on Isaac Rodriguez. And I kind of thought that they've been setting things up with the run. They were going to do a little schnitzes pass out there. Maybe the same pattern that they ran to get their first touchdown in the back of the end zone. And now that kind of takes them away from that.
We haven't seen schnitzes since that first quarter. Maybe they're just saving that.
They're saving him. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. Looking up the middle is Schnitzes in the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada Union.
Hello. And Schnitzes all by himself, Matt. I mean, the great Swami here to my left. Matt Folsom called it before it even happened. Schnitzes, great fake inside. They set that play up with the run. They ran, and there he is all by himself for 6 points. And the Miners are taking control of this ball game.
And a Miner whose number we don't have in to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. And the problems continue for the kicking game for the Miners. That's what, 3?
2, 0 for 2.
0 for 2. And they had that first one where they bobbled the snap, tried to run it, and the Hillman bailed them out with a penalty, and they ran that one in. And here comes the replay of that wide open pass from Spillner to Schnitzes. Nobody there. The Hillman playing the run all the way.
Yeah, you called it. The safety who was in the back started breaking towards the sidelines in anticipation of Travis Owens trying to turn the corner.
And that was the run. They ran it all the way down the field and finally attempted a pass to the reliable Schnitzes. And you can see on the State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard, 20-0 now. NU on top of Placer. 8:25 to go in the third quarter. And the Hillmen need to get something offensively going here. They are in a desperate situation to get back in this game offensively. And their offense has sputtered one play in the second half, and it was picked off.
I believe that's Ante and Pierce that are back to return.
Pooch kick.
Pooch kick.
Kicked it straight out of bounds.
Pooch kick is always a dog, in my opinion.
And here's a replay of the touchdown. Steve Sitter, take us through it.
Well, this play has been set up for the whole possession. The quick turnaround, Owens breaks towards the sideline, and everyone in the secondary goes that direction. No one is paying attention to the 6', 200 Schnitzes, who just catches it mid-stride. It's just a perfect pass to a wide-open receiver.
And how many times did that Hillman defense see Owens trying to go around the right side? And that they fell for it right then. Trying to get back in the game. This is Hess around the right side. He's got room, gets a good block out there in the flat, still on its feet. Side judge says he stepped out of bounds at the 39. And we got to believe that's the case.
But I'll tell you, Hess for the first time has done something on offense for the Hillmen, giving them a little bit of momentum. Let's see if they can take advantage of this.
Good officiating crew out there. The white hat, Russell Bennett, 4-time CIF championship referee. Christopher Morrow, the umpire. We'll get back to them in a moment. This one's up the middle. Short gainer. That's Blackwell. And our man, Josh Belendez, whose name we've called first Nevada Union Miner. Back to the umpires. Head linesman is Darren McNeil, line judge Tony Karbowski, back judge Chris Jurup. And we've seen them make a couple of good calls already, just in picking up flags, etc. Good game for them so far. Around the right side, Austin Hess looking for a block or two, just not getting those blocks that will turn the corner.
They're doing a good job sealing it off, and he's getting around the corner, but it seems like the linebackering core for the Miners can seem to make that adjustment, get over there and make that tackle before he gets loose.
Similar to what Nevada Union is running with Owens, and Owens able to get out there. So we got a big third down, 3rd and 3.
They're going to hold him, it looks like.
They're going to hold him. Straight up the middle. Blackwell gets to the 30. Line of scrimmage moves a yard.
Maybe close. Let's see where they mark the ball. No, they're going to call it 4th down.
4th and short. They've got to go for it. No reason to give the ball away right now. 4th and, what do you think, a couple feet?
Maybe.
Half a yard. biggest play of the season so far for the Hillmen. Nice to be able to say that. Don't get to say that very often.
Certainly not in the first game.
Not in the first game. 20-0 deficit. The handoff up the middle. First down carry. That's big Ryan Gray, 6'2", 225 pounds. That's a load.
That is a load, and you know, if they can depend on him for 2 yards, we'll see that again and again for the Hillmen this year.
So the Hillmen moving the chains. And this one up the middle as well. Flag down.
I believe this one's going to come back.
Illegal motion, the call against the Hillmen, as we hear that it's 22-22 up at Bear River, Lake of the Pines. So it was, what, 22-8, I think, at one point. So 5-yard step off against the Hillmen. They're going to try first down over again.
That's only their 3rd penalty of the night.
Petromonaco gets the Hillmen back into the huddle. And what do we have here?
That looks like they stepped off the penalty incorrectly.
They did. I was wondering what, because it looked like they had given him the yardage gained on the run and marked it from there. So
they gave him half a penalty because they were sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Trying to even things out. Petromonaco with hangs on to the ball, goes down in the arms of
Josh Melendez. And Josh was in the backfield faster than the backs were out of the backfield. He smelled that one out.
And Petromonaco had nowhere to go. Couldn't even look for a receiver.
I'd like to see that one on replay if we have it in the truck. Melendez just came out of nowhere. He either blew up his defender or he wasn't touched.
So 2nd down, 21. Back to pass is Petromonaco. Looks up the middle. Has a receiver. Dom Perez breaks away into the end zone. Touchdown, Hillmen. There's a flag on the play. It could come back.
That would be a shame. Beautifully executed play.
Miners clapping their hands. It's coming back.
They're talking it over. I think that they're deciding whether they need to pick that flag up.
They are waving it off.
Pick it up.
So the play stands on 2nd down and 21. The Hillmen get a first down and a touchdown.
Steve, did you see the penalty on that play?
I didn't. I was maybe anticipating a hold just because Petromonaco had so much time. He was the most protected in that play that he's been all night.
Good point.
In for the extra point, Nikolai Figueroa. Out of the hold of Zach Madrigal. First score of the season for the Hillmen is a highlight reel film. 2nd down, 21. Petromonaco completes the pass to Dom Perez. Perez gets in the end zone. A couple great moves. Here's the kick. And it's good. So the Hillmen get a drive they desperately needed to get back in the game now, 20-7.
So now we get to see the scoring play here, Matt. And it's a good pass. He had time. A good pass right on the numbers, just a little high. Pulls it in.
And there's a great move right there to get out of 2 tackles. Dom Perez into the end zone. Went right, went left, faked everybody out. Broke a tackle at about the 15. Into the end zone, and you see on the Mike Bratton State Farm scoreboard, 20-7. NU on top of Placer. Plenty of time, 5:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And this is the kind of play that gets the Placer Hillman going. Let's see if they can make a stop now and get the ball back. NU very efficient on their first drive in the second half, marching right down and getting a score.
Figueroa tees it up. He's going to kick it away to either Travis Owens or Isaac Rodriguez. Hillman have seen enough of Rose to last them all season, or enough of Owens to last them all season. He gets the ball at the 16, looks for room, breaks away. He's at the 30, 35, tripped up by Robbie Queen.
One more time, we're going to replay that touchdown. Take a look at the way this is executed. I'm looking for the penalty inside. I don't see anything. And again, good pass, good move. Dom Perez getting his first touchdown of this early season.
Well, that's got to be motivating for Clark Petromonaco, who has had a questionable game.
Travis Owens.
Down.
It looks like from the way, I think he had a cramp. Yeah, he's running like he had a little cramp.
And join us next week as the Bear River Bruins take on Union Mine. You'll be able to watch it on Comcast Channel 11, Sudden League Channel 16, and of course Wave Broadband at Channel 20. That's next week. Bear River, Union Mine.
Marty Mortensen and Steve Sitter will be bringing you that one. And Scott the Hopper, I believe, will also be there for color.
All right, Nevada Union takes over at their 35. Ball carrier goes up the middle. That's Nieves. Ryan Gray brings him down. Probably the shortest run of the game for Nieves. Pickup of 3, his second down and 7. Operating out of the shotgun. This one goes. Spillner keeps it. He looks downfield. Has the wide open Drew Daniels. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
And for
Miners.
Again, the Miners' deception fooled everybody, including me. I thought the play was over. Fortunately, we have officials out there that don't call the play off all by himself. Daniels is out there, and there's a pass and a touchdown.
Well, Spillner faked the handoff to Brian Sparks in the backfield. That's who I was watching with my binoculars. And then I look up, I see Spillner throwing it downfield to the wide open Drew Daniels. And that's that run setting up the pass once again.
I had a pretty good vantage point on that one. I was tracking Spillner the whole time. I was right on line with it. Both of those fakes were perfectly executed. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, Nieves just came out. Owens hasn't come back in. He's probably going to chuck one deep here.
And this on the pitch, Rodriguez on the 2-point conversion attempt. Nowhere to go. So that, with 4:31 to go, the momentum switches back here in the third quarter. We're going to see it once again.
Yeah, this is the first time I get to see it because I was watching the fake. There's a fake inside, another fake on the reverse, and then he stands there with a great bootleg, sells it, and then hits his receiver right in stride. Beautifully done.
Well, and that's the wing tee at perfection right there.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned because he didn't set his feet again. He was throwing off his back foot. I really don't know why he did that. Probably just a sense of urgency, felt he didn't need to set up. But he got it right where it needed to go. And Spillner's been working out all in the offseason. That just goes to show the confidence that not only Coach Houlihan has in his arm, but that Spillner has in his own arm.
Well, and as soon as Placer gets some momentum back at 20-7, you see on the Mike Bratton State Farm scoreboard, it's 26-7 now, Nevada Union, with that long touchdown pass from Justice Spillner to Drew Daniels. Hess and Pierce back deep. Pierce is going to get it. Got it at the 10. Looks for room, comes around the right side, can't get a block, looks up the middle. Nowhere to go. And he returns it to the 25, and that's where the Hillmen will look to get back into business and get some of the momentum back.
Here's a replay again. One fake, second fake, puts it on his hip, sells it, and then you're right, Steve, just flips the ball out. Doesn't have to. He threw a 45-yard pass with just a flip of the arm. Beautifully done. And then a little showmanship at the end, but deservedly so. Drew Daniels getting his second touchdown of the night.
Back to live action, trying to get some room, but unable to get any because of Josh Melendez is Austin Hess. You know, this has been one of the more dominant defensive performances I've seen over the years by anybody, Josh Melendez. Just one swipe of the hand right there caused a 1-yard loss. Second down, 11 for the Hillmen. Petromonaco back to pass. Nowhere to go, flushed out. Going to the right. And he goes down in the arms of Chase Fry. Also Caleb Patterson in on the stop. Picks up 2 yards. Third down and 8.
Placer only 2 of 7 on third down conversions.
You know, this is a big one right now. They need to get that momentum back after they got back somewhat into the game at 20-7. They're now down 26-7. Petromonaco under pressure once again. Dumps it up the middle to Cole Blackwell, and he's going to get the first down on the carry, but a flag comes out.
Good time for a screen pass. They've had penetration the whole night. It looked like they were going to get the quarterback again. He flips it over the top of for the left side screen. Good play call by Joey Montoya.
Illegal block, however, negates that gainer, negates the first down. And that hurts.
Yeah, block to the back.
So Petromonaco will face a third down now and 7. Brings the offense out. Drops back to pass, looks to his left. Nowhere to go.
Good defensive play that time. Number 10. That's Snitches coming over. James Snitches. I beg your pardon. That's Case Scott coming over.
Petromonaco looking for Austin Hess. Actually tried to find something out in the left flat. Had to pull it back in. Did a pump fake. And then went to Hess up the middle. Good defensive play by Scott. So punting situation, Frankie O'Neill in to kick it away. And we're going to stop it before it gets started. Somebody calls a timeout. NU looks like they're calling a timeout.
On the field comes Coach Houlihan. He looks like he's upset about something.
Does not look happy.
No, he was out there. He was ranting and raving. You could see the words almost coming out of his mouth from across the field.
Yeah, he is emphatic right now. I don't think they had enough guys out there. I think that's why the punt team was missing a guy.
It's the preseason where you work out those mental errors.
That's right.
Getting the right squad on the field is something that you work on all year long.
So this is the season opener, game 1 of the 2014 season here at Febvre Stadium on the campus of Placer Hillman. Beautiful night for football. Had some clouds early, had a great sunset, and now it's settled in very comfortable. And so we're going to try this kick now. Back deep is Isaac Rodriguez. Frankie O'Neill awaits the snap. High snap. Low kick.
He gets a little bit of yardage after the ball hits the ground, so it's going to turn out pretty well.
Well, much better than it could have, that's for sure. So the Union Nevada Union, the Miners, back on the field with a 26-7 advantage, 2:48 to go on the third. They answered that Hillman touchdown with a nice touchdown of their own. And that's what you want to do. Football's a game of momentum. This drive starts for the Miners at their 35. Nieves up the middle, looking for room. Just bowls ahead. Picks up 6, just follows his offensive lineman, those big guys, those big bodies.
Matt Gross there, number 79, leading the way. Matt, a senior.
Oh.
We watched him last year. He was a strong defensive player last year, and now he's on offense.
So about 4 yards to go on second down. Spillner in the shotgun. Hands it to the first man across, and that's Isaac Rodriguez. And he's going to go around the right side for a first down. Just moves those chains. They are running this wing tee to perfection. Miners at the 47. Nieves up the middle. Good defensive play that time by the Hillman defense.
And I think Coach Houlihan is just happy just getting the three and a half yards, keeping the drive going, keeping the clock going, even though it's the third quarter. Matt, he's got control of this football game, and he's going to hold on to that ball as long as he possibly can.
Well, and it's going to move into the fourth quarter in a play or two, and they've got a fairly substantial lead. Looking to add to it. Once they get into the fourth quarter, they are definitely in control. Back to pass, Spillner up in the air, off the hands of Andrew Schnitzes. Flag comes down.
Schnitzes gets mauled after he misses the catch. They're going to get a 15-yard penalty, but Schnitzes had that ball go through his hands. First time we've seen that tonight.
And that's a fairly uncharacteristic display there for a Joey Montoya player.
That's a fact.
Had nothing to gain by that. And now the penalty is going to move the chains. Another first down. What's the first down statistics for Nevada Union? What do they have in this game?
That's one of the few stats I'm not keeping.
Oh, got it. They have a lot. Let's just say that.
I would say they're averaging about 4 or 5 per possession.
Well, 1st and 10 now. Ball at the Hillman 36-yard line. Spillner in the shotgun. Hands it to Owens around the right side. And this time, the Hillman defense rises to the occasion. Not going to let him turn the corner. I think it's the first time we've seen Owens with a loss tonight.
Very few negative plays. I believe only three negative plays. 4 if you count the sack.
That's pretty impressive. That means an offense is firing on all cylinders. Very efficient. 2nd down, 14. Spillner looks to pass, tries to hit Drew Daniels out on the left side. Overshoots him. That's one of those passes that, while it goes from side to side, is actually longer than it appears. It's only 3 or 4 yards downfield, but way across the field. So 3rd down now for the Miners at the 40. Spillner under pressure.
Screen
pass. That's Owens on the left side. Cuts back to the middle. Cuts way back. Ball on the ground.
They're going to say he was down. That ball came loose after he was hit, though, but I believe he was down. And on the field, the Placer player, that's Dom Perez. I think what happened was Dom fell on the football. I think he knocked the air out of him.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, now he's breathing good. Well, and that's just that efficient offense right there that's been running the ball efficiently all game long.
That was Travis Owens, was it not?
That was Owens.
And Owens was leading and directing his blockers ahead of him. I like the presence of mind he had, telling them where he was going, and then having that burst of speed that once he gets the block he needs to be able to cut off of it. Owens is an impressive player.
He is.
Coach Houlihan was quoted as saying, everything we do will really be based around him because of what he brings to the table.
Wow. Well, he's also found a few new players tonight. Dennis Houlihan's got to be impressed with some of the performances he's gotten, especially, well, I mean, Belinda's, of course, but Snitsis has had a fantastic game. I wonder if they knew how good a receiver he was and how big a target he was going to be. Justin Spillner.
Heady player.
Very good. He's had an excellent night.
Dom Perez comes out of the game for the Hillmen, the man who scored the lone touchdown. Spillner this time, the man we were just talking about, looks to the right. He's going into the end zone, has a receiver. Does he come down with it in the end zone? No, he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That was number 5 out there, Travis Owens.
Huh. How did he get downfield so fast?
I think that's the question that Placer's been asking all night.
That's pretty amazing. He came out of the backfield and was down like a wide receiver in the end zone. Fields the pass, but out of bounds. That's impressive right there. Impressive speed. So the incompletion brings up a 2nd down and 10. Spillner hands to the first man through. That's Nieves. And he's going nowhere. Picks up a couple.
And that'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
I'll bet you're right.
They'll be moving to change the other end of the field.
And that's going to do it. At the end of 3 here at Febvre Stadium, Nevada Union with a commanding 26-7 lead. We're going to send it back to the truck for the break. You're listening to Touchdown Productions NorCal Game of the Week. And we're back.
Back on the field, yeah. There's your State Farm Mike Bratton scoreboard. Placer coming up with 1 touchdown so far tonight in the 3rd quarter.
And it was a thing of beauty, but it...
But you know, they can't get the ball back. NU has had these consistent, long, sustained drives, beating the ball down the field and burning clock along with it. It's 49er football.
It is.
They're playing great defense. They're holding the other team to minimal amounts of yardage, putting the pressure on the passer, and they're holding on to the football and just marching down the field. This is gutty football. I love this kind of NU football, and I'm impressed with this team. I am so happy for the Nevada Union High School players and the fans who had to endure a very, very sad season last year. Everybody's got smiles on their face.
Well, winless last season. If this game holds true to form so far, they're going to be undefeated in this season. But still a quarter to go. 26-7 lead for the Miners. But you look defensively, they've been able to shut down the Hillmen. The Hillmen have been able to do nothing offensively, and that's what they need to do now to get back in this game. But right now, NU has the ball deep in Placer territory. This one is kept by Spillner. Tosses it back to Nieves. He breaks out of a tackle. He's at the 5, into the end zone. They're saying he stepped out of bounds or touched out of bounds at the 1 or 2 yard line.
Great option play, perfect pitch, but it's all about Nieves. Nieves has that burst of speed. He can elude tacklers, and he's strong enough that he can get by these guys. Now watch, they'll hit him at the legs right here, and he just bats them away. Then he has a burst of speed. They just can't catch him. You're right, he stepped out of bounds right there at the 1 foot line.
So here we go. This is a little wrap. Actually, it's a direct snap to Owens, who goes into the end zone. You know, an impressive array of offense right now for Nevada Union. We keep saying new plays we haven't seen all game long.
Yeah, this offense is simply phenomenal, and it's feeding so directly from the defense. The defense has been dogging Placer all night, and Placer, every time they get a key stop, bring up a third down, Nevada Union is 4 for 7 on third down conversions. It's just so difficult for Placer tonight.
They just keep moving the chains when they need to and keep the ball in their hands. This time they're going for the 2-point conversion. Pass from Spillner out to Owens. Let's see if he gets in. They're on the far side. Signal is good on the 2-point conversion.
And that was all Owens. Owens stopped, got his defender to stop, lost all his forward momentum, and then cut back and dove into the corner.
Well, Owens certainly an offensive star of this game, but you look at Spillner.
That's Tyler Gums down in the corner.
Tyler Gums down in the far side on the 2-point conversion.
It looks like his right leg is bothering him.
Well, they just lost Dom Perez. And Gums, they're working on his left leg out there.
See, and the way they're working on his leg, it's clearly a cramp in the calf. They can be so painful.
They can. Mike Bratton, State Farm scoreboard, 34-7. NU on top of Placer. We've got 11:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. All NU in the first quarter and the third quarter, and if it continues this way in the fourth, it's going to be NU a dominant showing here at Febvre Stadium. All right, we're going to see the end of that scoring play.
Right there.
Just sneaks into the end zone. That was a direct snap. Owens lined up in the backfield. They snapped it to him instead of Spillner. Spillner brilliantly carrying out the fake.
And down on the field, Gums did run off on his own power.
That's good to see. So here's the kickoff. That's Austin Hess on the right side. Fakes the reverse. 20, nice hit. Gets out of that hit, gets up to the 25. Bodies flying all over the place.
I think the Placer Hillmen need to score a touchdown just for the sake of pride.
Yeah, they do.
They need to sustain a drive. They need to show that they've got some offense. They're, you can see a lot of hands on hips there. I don't think that they expected this kind of game out of the Hillmen, out of the Miners at all, and they need to prove to themselves that they can go down the field and score.
I think what they didn't expect more than anything was that defense, and a guy named Josh Belendez leading the way. That defense has been extraordinary.
We will have a touchdown productions player of the game.
So handoff up the middle. I'm watching Petromonaco with the field glasses here. Pick up a 5. Second down and 5. Hillman hurried to the line. Handoff up the middle. Still on his feet. Cole Blackwell with a big carry, moving the chains for the Hillmen.
Blackwell showing that he's still got something left in his legs. You know, this early in the season, Steve, endurance has a lot to do with who wins the football game. The fourth quarter can easily be dominated by a team that's just flatly in better shape than the other. And I'm seeing that the Miners are maybe in a little better shape, have a little more enthusiasm in their step.
Petromonaco passes it upfield on the left side. First time we've called Corey Young. He's the receiver of that pass. Pickup of about 6 yards on first down. Well, you know that off-season conditioning program. Every team does it. It pays off. The harder you work in the offseason, the better you are in September. Double reverse. Logan Markstein, big carry, big yardage. First down, Hillman.
Hillman showing some life. Markstein coming across. Has some fresh legs in the backfield for the Hillmen.
So the ball now moved up to the 45, where it'll be 1st and 10 Hillman as they look to put some life into this offense. Handoff to the second man across. He's going to get a couple. Is that Markstein? It is.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
At the end of that play, it looked like Frankie O'Neill was doing a little extra pushing and shoving, getting some of his frustration out.
Bear River score 29-29 in the 4th. Bruins had a 22-8 lead in the first half. Second down and 10. Nowhere to go. It is complete to an offensive lineman. That's going to not be legal. That's Johnny Capra. But Petromonaco in the grasp of Josh Melendez.
And you know, Capra didn't have to catch that football. Right next to Capra was Tyler Gums, who was a legitimate receiver, an eligible receiver. And I think Capra just decided, well, you know, you're going to throw it to me. I'll run with it.
How often does he see that?
He never
sees that. He's never had a pass thrown his way.
I'm surprised he hasn't carried the football off and put it someplace so he can put it on his mantle.
Clark Petromonaco is going to see Josh Melendez in his sleep. He has been in his face all season,
so here's
or
a
all
replay
game
of that.
long.
Now watch. So it was a screen. Unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to set it up, but I guess Gums wasn't there as close as I had thought.
Pass came out kind of wobbly. Didn't get a lot of power behind it.
Well, the Minor defense just blew up that screen. There was nowhere to go. So we got 3rd down and 14 now. Hillman moving backwards. Petromonaco looks for a receiver, has nowhere to go. Great coverage. He's got a receiver in the left side. That's Tyler Gums.
They're going to give that to him, I think, or there'll be pass interference.
Yeah, it's face.
I think he caught the ball and is in bounds. They're going to give him a catch.
He was face guarding, certainly. That's what that was. I believe that's 41, who's not on our roster.
That was a great catch. The defender was right in his face, but with his back to the football. It was like a basketball pass. He took it over his shoulder. Let's see if we got a replay on that. Here it comes. So he has all day long, Matt, and
can't
he can
find
run
a receiver.
Right now. He probably should have run and tried to get his 7 or 8 yards out of it, but he throws the ball. Now watch, the receiver is facing the ball, and the defender's got his back to him. The receiver just takes it away, and he is in bounds. By golly, that's a good catch.
Well, Petromonaco was looking downfield and looking in the middle of the field, had nowhere to go, and finally found Gums on the left side for the big play. This one to the receiver in the flat, Anthony Pierce. And we're seeing some life in this Hillman offense.
Well, Petromonaco suddenly has found himself with some time to step up and make a solid pass.
And that may be because the Minor defense is starting to run out of gas.
And we've got a timeout on the field. 8:36 to go in the game. Nevada Union burns a timeout. They're up a whopping 34-7. Yeah, I told you it would be 4 touchdowns.
That you did.
Didn't I say that?
Well, you called heads and it turned out tails.
I did. Well, you know, I haven't seen Nevada Union. And you know, that's to my detriment, and I underestimated them. And I don't know if the guys in green and gold did too, but I certainly underestimated them. They've looked good on both sides of the ball.
Well, certainly on paper, like we talked about Steve Sitter, on paper it looked like the Placer Hillman were stronger. But join us next week. The Bear River Bruins, Marty Mortensen and Steve Sitter will bring you the Bruins game against the Union Mine. You can see that on Comcast Channel 11, Southern Link Channel 16, Wave Broadband Channel 20, and of course on our now famous YouTube channel, Touchdown Productions Game of the Week. Scott Hopper will join the crew, and we'll give you more information about how Bear River is doing tonight.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage are the Hillmen. Up the middle is Cole Blackwell. Is he in? He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hillmans, and there's that score that you talked about for moral reasons as much as anything else.
And Blackwell, the best second half back that the Placer Hillmen have on the field, really the only one that's showing a lot of energy. Blackwell gets a deserved score.
Nikolai Figueroa in for the extra point.
And the Placer flag running up and down the track in celebration of that touchdown.
And this one is good.
So with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, the Hillmen reel in the Miners within 20 points, 14-34. And the Miners will take the football on the kickoff shortly. Like we said earlier, Matt, it's good to see the Hillmen showing a little character, taking the football, and we'll see a replay here now.
Now this play was set up because they've been running screen passes and just short little passes, kind of a West Coast offense feel. Suddenly that direct handoff up the middle is wide open. You got the defensive backs for Nevada Union start to spread out, and suddenly if you can open up a little gap, some running room, Placer's got the speed to take advantage of.
And I think you saw on that particular play some great blocking by the offensive lineman for the Hillmen.
Absolutely.
Mike Bratton, State Farm scoreboard, 34-14, NU on top of Placer. 8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Big comeback in store here?
Well, they certainly have the time. And theoretically, if they can get a turnover or two, they could get back in this football game.
Placer needs a 3-and-out right here. Hey, I want you guys to start thinking about a player of the game. I think we got some worthy candidates. We've got Mo Nieves. We got Travis Owens. We've got Josh Belendez. Kick fielded inside the 10. That is Josh Owens, or Travis Owens. Owens slips down.
Owens takes a return close to the 20-yard line.
Well, personally, I've got my player of the game locked. I'm definitely in Travis Owens' camp.
And I've got to say it's got to be Josh Belendez for his first half performance.
And I have to break
the tie.
Break the tie. It's a tie right now, 1-1.
You could vote for
I could go another way. We could have a three-way tie. Yeah, I could do that.
So I'm going to do this on the player of the game as we see NU and I believe Owens carrying up the middle. Because Matt Folsom,
yes,
you're new with us here, I'm going to let you pick the player of the game award. There won't be any tie. You just make the call.
All right, good. I'll do that. It's a tough one. You know, you've had three really stand out. You can throw Spillner in the mix, too. Spillner's had a great game. He hands the ball off to Owens. Owens looking for a block, doesn't get it. Wrestled out of bounds by Brock Gwaltney. Been waiting to say his name all game long, Brock Gwaltney. Some fun names on this Hillman team.
Yeah, between Schnitzis and Gwaltney.
Gwaltney, Petramonico.
Gain of 2, third down and 6.
2-yard pickup. Third down and about 5. Spillner's been in the shotgun the entire game. Hands it off, trying the left side. No.
Inside.
Going back. It's an inside handoff. And look who's got it. That's Travis Owens. He's at the 40, the 30, 25, 20. Breaks back in. Can't get away from Owen Scott. And I got faked out looking through my binoculars.
But you know, did you notice who was down the field that was almost running stride for stride? We've got number 78, 6'4", 225 pounds, tackle Simone Engel. And he was just about ready to track him down. Unbelievable. Or was that Johnny Capra, number 73? That's who that was. And Capra was showing some speed.
He's got speed.
He's got some big-time speed.
1st and 10 now from the 15 for the Miners. Handoff up the middle. I would guess that's Nieves. I can't see it in that big conglomeration of players. And it is. So if that was Johnny Capra, Cal is looking at that speed. They're looking at the film saying, wow, we got a fast one coming on board. Already signed with the Cal Bears. His junior brother, Johnny, or excuse me, Jacob, already getting looks.
Start to see Nevada Union running some more time off the clock.
2nd and 8. Hand off to Owens, looking for a block. Brought down by 3 Hillmen. Gets it to the 12, so a pickup of a couple. Yeah, you're right, Steve. This is all they need to do is just burn clock.
Well, at a 3-possession game, you got to figure if they've nixed the extra point, they probably nixed the field goal as well.
Clock approaching 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
That's the truth, Steve. Clearly, they're in need of a field goal kicker.
Owens tries the right side, breaks free, gets to the 5. Going to be close to a first down. I think from the spot, it's going to be a first down.
They haven't signaled. I believe they're going to measure.
Referee Russell Bennett calls timeout so they can bring those sticks on.
Now it's going to be 4th and.
You know, if it's touching the 5-yard line, that's got to be a first down. The flag looks like it's standing directly on the 5. So
there's a Hillman down.
There's a Hillman down. That's the delay right there.
I think it's Brock Gwaltney.
Brock Gwaltney. That looks like another cramp the way they're working on him. Is that Gwaltney? Yeah, it is. Brock Gwaltney, you're right.
He wants to get up. Yeah, it's obviously a cramp. He needs to walk that off.
Matt Folsom along with Paul Brown, Steve Sitter, bringing you all the action here from Febvre Stadium. The first game of the season. Crowd gives Gwaltney a big hand.
They've switched it up now. They've given him the first down.
And rightfully so. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 5. I think more importantly, it gives Nevada Union a chance to burn some more clock. They've got a pretty comfortable lead. All they need to do now is get that clock down to 0. Under center is Spillner. He hands it to a new running back, and that's the guy we don't have the name for, number 41. He's in for the end zone. Let's see if we can get Dan Wilson to say who the carrier is.
So Nevada Union putting the coup de grace to the to the Hillmen with a score of 40, soon to be 41-14. Hillman just unable to stop the running back core of the Miners tonight. Showing a lot of weapons we didn't even know they had. Perhaps they didn't know they had.
Yeah, well, that's what the first game really tells you.
And another thing, Steve Sitter, we need to discuss is maybe this Hillman team isn't as good as people anticipated. On paper, it looks fantastic, but we haven't seen that kind of performance tonight at all.
Well, they are a young team. They've graduated quite a few starters from last year's team. And just an observation I've made, Nevada Union is playing tonight like Placer played all last year. With that wing T offense, a very competent quarterback, and multiple running attacks, they're going to be very good this year.
And we're looking at the replay. We're seeing Dylan Fott with the carry up the middle. just follows his blockers into the end zone. And you know, it's repetitive. We've been saying it all game. Who's been winning the battle of the line of scrimmage, both the offensive line and the D-line for Nevada Union all game long, and you saw it right there. They just push, do whatever they want. And you see on the Mike Bratton State Farm scoreboard, it's now 41-14. All right, you tried to trick me, didn't you? You did that on purpose. The new guy.
He's only got so many fingers and toes.
The new guy up here looking at 2 scores doesn't know which one to go with. And they kick off this time. And there is, who's got the ball? Is that, that's Anthony Pierce. And he breaks free. He's at the 40. Still on his feet to midfield. Still on his feet to the 45. But Joey Montoya trademark on the kickoff. That reverse, fake reverse or an actual reverse.
And if he hadn't run into his own blocker, that may have been a touchdown.
It may have been.
Anthony Pierce just wasn't going to go down. They were not going to deny him every foot. And he powers his way with agility and power and gives the Hillmen a chance to get a score here late here in the fourth quarter.
41-14, 5:36 to go. Miners on top.
Placer has had similar field position 3 times in the second quarter and could not score.
Quickly to the line, a handoff. Short gainer for Owen Scott. We mentioned the depth of the running backs for the Hillmen. They've got about 8 guys they can throw in there. But it doesn't matter who's been on the field tonight. The Hillmen haven't been able to do anything. Second and 9. First man through gets the handoff.
Still on his feet.
Cole Blackwell rumbles to the 30, 25-20. He's
got
a block. Frankie O'Neill with the great block, springing Cole Blackwell into the end zone.
And there's a flag at the end of the play after he scored, I believe. They're going to give him the touchdown, but there were some shenanigans by number 2. And that would be Frankie O'Neill.
I mentioned earlier O'Neill was getting a little too physical in the third quarter.
They're going to say it's going to be a foul against the Hillmans, but it is a touchdown.
So we've got a personal foul against the Hillmen after the score.
If we have a replay, we'll be able to see it. He was taunting and pushing. And we got big news coming in from Bear River now. Bear River loses 35-29 after being ahead 28-12 earlier. 35-29 the final coming out of Bear River.
Well, and they were up 22-8.
Another big shocker. Everybody was calling Bear River the team to beat.
Figueroa in for the extra point. And it's no good, wide left.
If you look over at the Placer sidelines, Coach Montoya is having a long conversation with Frankie O'Neill.
Well, one thing, you're absolutely right, Steve. One thing that Joey demands is discipline.
Here it is, and we'll see the scoring drive here and a fantastic effort by Cole Blackwell.
There's O'Neill, middle of the screen.
And O'Neill comes up with one of the great blocks to keep Blackwell on his path into the end zone. Didn't need to, he had a great play, didn't need to do anything.
Oh, look at that though. He has a hold of his face mask, and that was not his fault. But he's the last one to take a hit.
That's what it is, it's the last one.
Yep, he just continued with it. Didn't need to continue with it. Play was over.
That was number 4, Brian Sparks on the Nevada Union side. Sparks grabs the face mask of O'Neill. I wouldn't like it either, and I'm going to go down and make sure that Coach Montoya knows And it wasn't Frankie's fault that time.
I think, though, at this point of the game, O'Neill's been very physical, sometimes a bit too much after plays have gone on. I think that's the referee's way of calling attention to it, to Coach Montoya, to get him to calm his player down before it gets worse.
Well, and that would have been one of those good calls on both players. You know, you throw the flag on the guy who started it, throw the flag on the guy who finished it, tell him again, you do it again, you're out of the game.
But let's face it, Frank O'Neill made that touchdown. That was a beautiful block.
He did.
It was.
A good, clean block. And the defender, Sour Grapes, decides to pull his face mask.
Right. Well, and O'Neill has been probably John and being really physical the entire game, and it probably earned that one just because of that.
Now we're going to have an onside kick here.
After the 15-yard penalty is assessed.
Right. They're going to kick it from the 25.
Wouldn't that be something they could come back up with this football?
Risky onside kick here, and there they go. It's a pooch kick. Fair catch called by Joseph Tenike.
Well done, Joseph Tenike. I think most players would have tried to advance that ball. He was smart just to take it on a fair catch.
Especially when he's at midfield. Hey, I got a kickoff coming to me at midfield. Very tempting.
So, Matt Folsom, we need a player of the game. It's your call. Fire away. Tell us who it is.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. I need to think about it for just a second. I'm going to call a couple plays here, and then I'm going to announce it. Do we have a sponsor for that?
We certainly do.
Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear it.
And it'll be Bill Sladen's Sons Trucking, and it's an absolutely beautiful crustal trophy that these players relish getting. We appreciate so much Bill Slade stepping up and sponsoring again this year. I'm sure he understands how much these players appreciate getting these trophies.
Has there ever been a tie?
Well, we've given it to two players, but
in one game,
generally we don't. Although this is both these teams are teams that we follow.
Travis Owens takes the toss from Spillner.
Owens in the open territory. Initial hit made by number 16.
Owens ahead for about 7 yards. You know, I'm split between Owens and Melendez. It's a tough call.
I personally think they have both brought excellent points to this game, one on offense and one on defense.
Well, and we'll get to it after this play, my thoughts. 3rd and 5, or 3rd and 3. Handoff up the middle.
Number 11, James.
That's Dylan Fott, spelled P-F-A-D-T. You don't see that name every day. Ryan Gray with the stop. No gain on the play. It's going to be 4th down. Miners just looking to burn clock here. 3:15 and counting to go in the game. You know, Steve Sitter, you talked about how important the defense was in maybe setting the tone for this game. And I think that was accomplished as we see Owens get the carry. He's going around the right side to the 30.
How about that 4th down conversion?
Yeah, that's a 4th down conversion. And we got a whole new offense coming on the field right now for the Miners. It's a tough call because I think you look at what Travis Owens has done time and time again. You look at how he set up that touchdown to Schnitzes. You can see him right there with the carry, gets across the 40. Just a good, strong ball carrier. Drags players with him. So I can certainly see why he could be the player of the game. I'm going to drag it out as long as I can.
I was going to say, does it take you this long to order off of a menu?
You should see. You should see me pick a movie.
I'll bet. So Matt.
Yeah.
Matt Folsom.
What?
Spit it out.
I'm going to go with Josh Melendez, our player of the game.
I think that's a good call. It could have been either player.
It could have been. You know, if ever there was a tie, and you know, I certainly understand why Travis Owens, but you talk about how one guy really set the tone for what the Nevada Union Miners needed to do. It was Josh Belendez. So he's the player of the game, the Bill Slayton Sons Trucking player of the game. As a new man into the game, makes a big game. Maybe he's going to be the player of the game. Who is that? Jarek Steffen, the ball carrier, 5'10", 160-pound junior. He's in the books now.
Yeah, he just rattles off a 24-yard run.
Player of the game, at least for, there he is, the player of the game, number 52, Josh Belendez. Bill Slayton Sons Trucking Company.
Sponsoring that trophy along with Stuckey Engravers and Touchdown Productions. Like I said, these are magnificent trophies. They will probably be displayed on walls, if it's like mine, into their 50s.
I think I'd like to personally present that to him. It took me so long to decide.
Yeah.
And that's once again Steffen with the carry up the right side. Ball comes loose. But I think he falls on it. You know, maybe I need to take Travis Owens out to lunch or something for a great game. We're going to look at this run again by Steffen.
You know, Steffen comes in, touches the ball twice, and he is showing that he can carry it.
Yeah, picked up his own fumble.
After a very hard hit, and there's some extracurricular
Extracurricular, right there. We have the evidence, video evidence on that one. 2nd and goal from the 2.
Steffen just got swallowed that time.
Trying to get Steffen a touchdown after that nice 24-yard pickup, got it into scoring position.
Looks like he lost a yard on that.
Well, I have certainly enjoyed my my first opportunity to be here in the booth with you guys.
And you are a pro, Matt.
Well, thank you.
It is a pleasure working with you.
Hand off to Steffen this time, and similar to last play, this one just on the outside of the line. Down and with the carry, or with the stop.
I think now, just from a fundamentals point of view, maybe you bring your kicker in here. This isn't much more than a slightly longer point after. But, of course, with time winding down, why even risk injury?
And time expires here in the 2014 season opener, and you see the Miners of Nevada Union celebrating on the far side of the field. They come into Febvre Stadium, a hostile Febvre Stadium on the campus of Placer High School, and they come away with a 41-20 dominant victory here in week 1 of the 2014 season. The Hillmen will need to regroup as they move into week 2. The Miners looking to add to the successful start to the season.
As we come off the field, the players congratulate each other. And you can see, once again, Josh Belendez will be our player of the game. A very important win for Dennis Houlihan.
His first as the coach of Nevada Union. And the Miners break a 13-game losing streak.
Fantastic.
0-10 last year. They are undefeated in 2014 at 1-0. The Hillmen fall to 0-1. 41-20. You see the final score there on the Mike Bratton State Farm scoreboard. And the team showing some sportsmanship down there on the field. The Hillmen doing their traditional fight song to the home crowd.
Yes, indeed. As we see both teams come off the field. Executive producer, Gilbert M. Dominguez. Thank you, Gilbert, for all your hard work.
Couldn't have done it without you. I'm going to do it this time. Camera operators, Tony Rondini, Shannon Doyle, Kaylin Martin, Sonia Enyos, and Dan the Man Paddock.
Nicely done, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
And your announcers, I'm Matt Folsom, along with Paul Brown and Steve Sitter. Remote facilities, Commander 2, that's right down there. I've been looking at it all game long.
And so, Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, and Reeby's Auto Parts. For the game, Bill Slade and Sons Trucking, Stuckey Engravers. Thank you so much. Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graziano LLP. So, Matt Folsom, Steve Sitter, Paul Brown. It's been a great night, gentlemen. NU comes up with their first win in 13 games. Don't forget to come see Touchdown Production on YouTube, broadband, ACTV. This has been your Touchdown Productions NorCal Game of the Week. Thanks for coming.
Good night, everybody.